Hi all, just a brief video to describe to you where we are at the moment with regards to the new IR35 reform that's been now going for 6 months. So originally it was delayed from 2020 and it's been operational now since April 21. And effectively the key change is now the onus is on the client to look at the off and on payroll working rules and determine whether workers are impacted by the new IR35 reform. Now, this has been quite interesting for a lot of our clients. They've been using the cess tool, which is the new HMRC tool, to do the determination status and actually work out whether you are on or off payroll working. And so it's been quite an interesting time for us where clients have looked back and said, actually, you know what, it's been good in a way. We've had a light touch approach from HMRC for the first 12 months. We've had a chance to get used to the rules. We've had a chance to get used to the new HMRC tools. And it's been okay for us, whereas other clients are turning around and saying, actually, you know what, the new cess tool isn't that great. It doesn't really give us the right determination, and we're not really happy with things of what's coming out. And all I would say at the moment is that HMRC are going to use this as the first 12 months of being light touch, and the cess tool online is just there to be a good steer, to just show you the right way in terms of answering various questions. And it's important that you go through that, but then also do your own exercise to make sure that you've interpreted the rules and whether it's us or yourselves to go through and you've got the right status determination done. Now, with regards to what we've seen, just briefly, a couple of key points and questions we've had from clients, the most common ones. Firstly is we see this quite a lot. Workers come to us and say, actually, do you know what, I work for a lot of clients, so IR35 doesn't apply to me. Well, that's not the case. IR35 will apply irrespective of how many clients or assignments that you're working on. The most important thing is to judge each assignment on its own merit and go through that cess tool. Secondly, we've seen people come back to us, workers especially, and go, can I be involved in the determination? And I would say, of course, because clients aren't going to have all the information. You'll see from yourselves, if you went through the cess tool, that it's quite detailed. There's a lot of information that is needed there. So I think it's important that workers are involved in doing that status determination. And finally, a common question that we've seen more recently is where workers have disagreed with the client's status determination. So like I said, the onus is now on the client to make that status determination. So if you're a worker and you disagree with that, there is a process. You can write to the client and say to them, actually, look, I disagree with this. And it's important that you provide your reasons as to why you disagree with the status determination. And again, it's important that you address those issues to ensure that you can get the right answer based on your working arrangements. And one of the key things to note that the client has an obligation of responding to you within 45 days. So it's worth putting that in writing, putting your reasons and making sure you can address any issues. What I would say is this is an ever-evolving environment. We're seeing a lot more from clients at the moment, as people are slowly getting back to business and as things are changing post-COVID. There are a lot more peculiarities and questions popping up. And I would say the most important thing is to just speak to us on a regular basis if you're a client of ours, or even if not, and just come and ask us and say, I'm in this situation, can you help? And we can try and determine the best approach together.